Good morning. It's Thursday morning. We have a winner. I've got a commenter to thank for that, for jarring my memory that I have a piece of this stuff. This is Jim Flooring. The rubber, like the foam that's on the inside here, is like rubberized. It's not like the Kaizen foam, which is just like foam, okay? This is really grippy stuff. All right, so I took the piece out of my shed that I had. I cut it into this circular shape, and it's just the right size to fit in the sleeve, nice and snug, and it works like a charm. I'm going to show you. Yes! I moved the Home Depot recycle bin that was distracting a few people yesterday. This is the solution. This is the one that works. And it's so simple. I mean, I don't know how many people suggested expanding things, and they're very difficult to make, first of all. And then when they do clamp down, the tendency, unless they're spring loaded in some way with an actual spring, they're going to stay there. Like, you're not going to be able to get it apart, especially with wood, because it's a high friction, type thing. And if you clamp it down and leave it there, especially for days on end, it's going to be a job getting it apart. That, I mean, on top of all the other problems, it's difficult to make things that are perfectly round, perfectly wobble-free. I mean, the beauty of this is that I shaped these discs that I'm using here. I drilled the hole first, I cut it out to the circular size, and then I made a simple jig for my disc sander to make the shape perfect. And it works great. I also had people wondering about, the surface of this. Is this too hard? Does this not have enough give? This has no give, okay? Especially when it's clamped down. This is like rock, all right? So no, that's not a factor at all. The biggest factor you're gonna have with something like this is wobble or out of round. And I've got no issues with this. Perfect. So another thing I remembered yesterday is that I do have balls, and not the kind of balls you're thinking about. Yeah, let me get them. I actually have 3/8" steel ball bearings. I ordered some, I don't know how many years ago. Has to be, wow, I can't even remember. 5, 6, 7, 8. They're in a bag. They were up in the cupboard. I bought them for an idea I had, but I never followed through with. But it does give me the opportunity to try out the thing where you use centrifugal force to push out and hold the drum in place. So I've already drilled out one of the regular ones here. I reduced this in size so that I can get a piece of stuff stretch on over it. You look at the amount of force it takes to stretch this band so that it fits over this. So that's counteracting it first off. And then I've only got, I've got lots of balls, but I don't have lots of time to make several of these. So I'm just going to try one. So I stretched the inner tube over and I trimmed off around the edge so that it's not sticking up. And I tested it inside the cylinder, or the sleeve, I mean, and it's a snug fit. Like, it just barely goes on. So that's good. Now I can get the balls put in. The hole I drilled is big enough for the ball to move freely, okay? So that won't be holding it back. This is interesting stuff. This is stuff you're not seeing anywhere else. So 6 balls, I drilled 6 holes. And I like for this to work because it'd be interesting. It's an interesting way to do it. I'm all for interesting, although it's significantly more complex than this. Now this, I should mention that this gym floor matting that I have here is the full 1-inch thick stuff, and it's got the other stuff on the front, which is not rubbery. The inside is rubbery. That's what has the grip. So when that crushes down, that really puts a lot of force on the inside of the sleeve to hold it in place. Okay? We're going to find out if this does the same thing. Last one. Thank goodness. All right, so there you go. I just need to fix up the condom and be ready for action. Guys complaining because their kids are asking them, "Daddy, what's a condom?" Your kids already know what a condom is. They're being taught that in school these days, all right? Okay, so I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Let's take that and stick that on here. Stick these things on. And this one maybe, I don't know. Yeah. And then the sleeve. Try to get this on without pushing the thing down. Actually, that's kind of loose. So hang on. Let's try the one that's a tighter fit. Okay. I want every opportunity for this to succeed. Okay. Yeah, that's a better fit right there. Somebody asked if that was the reason why if I got confused because the things were bigger. I bought these things like 3 years ago, and you can see that they're worn a little bit, but I stopped using them because they didn't fit. They were even bigger than these ones, so they wouldn't work at all. Anyway, so tighten that up, and I'll start it up, and we'll see. All right, so far so good. The thing hasn't exploded and fired steel balls into my belly. Okay. See that tendency to grab the thing and push it back down as it's turning? It does hold surprisingly well, except it did start to ride up, very much like the new pinwheel did, and it also stalled. So there's definitely potential there. Probably if there were 2 of these things in there instead of just one. But I'm surprised, I got to be honest. I didn't think that would work at all. I didn't think there would be enough, I didn't think it would develop enough holding force to keep the sleeve on, even for that amount. I thought it would just start to slip immediately.
Did you know if you mixed equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice concentrate, you can make napalm?
No, I did not know that. Is that true?
That's right. One can make all kinds of explosives using simple household items.
Really?
If one were so inclined.
Tyler, you are by far the most interesting single-serving friend I've ever met.